Hi, Jillian. I just wanted to start by congratulating you on your progress and your achievements so far, and your successes in your current role. But I've heard that you've been being ghosted, and as we all know, that's not always the best, and that does hurt. But I'm here today to help you better prepare and prevent ghosting in your sales calls. As we know, sales calls can be a very difficult process and can take a fair amount of time. And the last thing we want is to be ghosted. So, to prevent ghosting, we need to understand why that's happening. As you know, during a sales call, it's very important to conduct your research prior and beforehand to be able to have a successful sales call and be able to have all of the needs of the customer in mind to ask the right questions at the right time. The sales call is a very important process and can take different amounts of time depending on the customer and the need. We know that the discovery phase is a very important phase because it is when you learn about your customer and you get to find out what their pain points are as well as how you can help better serve and service their needs. And most of all, make the best recommendations on what to do and how to move forward. Now, the goal of the stakeholders in the early sales cycle of the sales call is to be able to be identified of their needs as well as to meet everything that they're needing into the future, as well as, most importantly, identifying what is the goal of the salesperson in order to meet those needs of our stakeholders. Now, the sales cycle is a very tricky process that can take varying amounts of time. Factors that can impact the length of the sales cycle are knowing different complexities of the customer, or not knowing for that matter, different needs that the customer may have and that may evolve over time, as well as the relative education and information the customer has on your company and your product, but more so and more impactful, what you know about the customer and what you know that they need. Now we'll go ahead and go into 5 tips that will help prevent the ghosting of your clients in those sales calls. So we have to make sure that we prevent that in the first place by doing our research. Research is very important. So make sure to prepare for each sales call by doing as much research as you can and developing a strong list of questions to ask your customer. Number 2 is to listen actively. Always trying to gain as much as you can from your customer and gain a better and deeper understanding of what they need. Then you will strategically use this information gathered during your discovery phase, and you're going to tailor your sales call and your pitch to the customer's specific needs and pain points. Lastly, you must also be patient and persistent in recognizing that the sales cycle may take time and they may not be ghosting you, but may need more time to think about what you've recommended and to get back to you. So, with that, make sure to always follow up promptly and professionally after each sales call and make sure that you do the best to stay connected with them in order to prevent the ghosting and to make sure that you are constantly in communication with them and being there to be a good resource for every need and to be the best salesperson you can for them.